Welcome back to the second part of this week's podcast. In part one, in case you missed it, we were at Solar 21 Park, where Manula took on Ballina Town, beating them by 1-0 in the West Arrow Cup final. In this part, we'll be looking at the action from the Castlecourt Hotel Premier League, Three Store Ballina League 1 and Killeen Sports Ground League 2. And we'll also be looking at the match between Westport United and Carbery in the Sumo Sports Connacht Champions League semi-final. Westport United hosted Carbery from Sligo in the new CFA Connacht Champions League semi-final. Carbery will have been disappointed not to open the scoring during the first period when David Adams headed over, and they also went close on another couple of occasions through Adams and Colm Jinks, but couldn't get the decisive touch needed to give Carbery a lead at half-time. Carbery started the second half well and opened the scoring when Garth Kelly headed home a great free kick delivery from Aaron Murren to give the visitors the lead. Carbery should have added to that goal, and Ibrahim Savage and Niall Brennan both had shots cleared off the line by the Westport defence. Westport did get level moments later when a cross from the right-hand side was finished well at the back post by Mark McDonough, and it looked like Carbery would rue their missed chances. That took the tie to extra time, and it was Carbery that made the breakthrough when Neil McKenna's excellent shot from outside the box beat Gary Cunningham and flew into the top left-hand corner. Carbery held on to advance to the final. In the Castlecourt Hotel Premier League, Achill Rovers moved above Bangor Hibs in the table with a 6-1 win at Ballybeg Park on Saturday evening. A weakened Bangor side were no match for Martin Fadgen's side as they ran out comfortable winners in the end. Brandon McGinn gave them the lead on 27 minutes, and they were 2 up 7 minutes later as Mark David headed home a corner at the back post. Chris Western then added a third on 38 minutes before Anthony Coyle pulled a goal back for Hibs from the penalty spot just before the break. Dean Guthrie put the game beyond doubt a minute into the second half as he finished neatly following a quick break after a Bangor corner. Guthrie then added a second on 57 minutes before Anthony McHugh rounded off the scoring with a well-taken volley on 64 minutes.
Martin, I'll start with you. After a few not so great results, back to winning ways again, must be happy.
Yeah, very happy. I thought the lads had a great performance tonight. We had nearly a full squad for the first time in a number of weeks, and I think it showed. We also had Terence Stiver back, and I thought everyone played very well, and we fully deserved to win.
Mark, I'll go back to you. A great effort right from the start of the game. You really took the game to Bangor.
Yeah, well, the plan was to start quick and keep the ball and just put the game to Bangor, and we did that and got an early goal and just built from that then.
Maybe a bit different style of play from the last few weeks as well, less passing around, and you were very direct today, and that led to goals.
Yeah, it did, yeah. Now the pitch is greasy, but it was helped in our favour, and yeah, just good game and very happy with the 3 points.
A few good performances out there as well.
Yeah, I thought all the lads were excellent. Dean Guthrie got 2 goals. He could have had a couple more, but there were tight offside decisions. I thought our midfield was very good. Everyone at the back, our keeper didn't have much to do. So overall, it was probably the best performance we've had all season, to be honest with you.
And it was a lot of goals scored, but Joe Murray in the defence there today, he was outstanding, I thought.
Yeah, Joe Murray, Martin Doolan in midfield, Mark Davitt here, Sean Mack was tremendous, Kevin Carey, and up front Brandon McGinn worked very hard, and Dean, like I said, could have had more goals on the day, but it's probably the best performance this season, so hopefully we can build on that for the rest of the year.
And Mark, that result, it leapfrogs Achill Rovers over Bangor, and maybe ease that relegation battle, ease the chances of falling down there, so that must be a plus from today.
Yeah, it'll help now the remaining games now, and just to build on it, and take each game as it comes.
Alright, thanks lads. Best of luck. Well done.
Thank you.
Glenhest Rovers got back to winning ways with a 2-0 win over bottom of the table Westport United B on Saturday evening. Cormac Riley got both goals for Damien Walsh's side as they got themselves back into the race for promotion going into the final 5 league games. Fahy Rovers made it 3 wins from 4 with a crucial 1-0 win over Con Rangers as they moved up to 6th place in the Premier Division thanks to a headed goal from Thomas Keane midway through the first half. On Sunday afternoon, Snubbury United made it a massive 16 wins in a row to move a step closer to promotion thanks to a 5-0 win over Ballyglassby. The fifth goal coming from Manager of the Month, Aaron Curry. Ballyhonnestown consolidated their place in the top two with a 2-1 win over Swinford, thanks to a brilliant last-minute free kick from Cathal Carney. The other goal came from Deo Addicts as they maintained their 4-point lead over Glenhest Rovers with just the 5 games to go. In the three-store Ballina League 1, Ballinatown moved within 2 points of league leaders Manula B with a 6-1 win over Castlebar Celtic B. Shane Divers and Ryan Morton both scored twice, with the other goals coming from Conor Quinn and Jason Muldoon. Manula B failed to claim the point that they needed to win promotion as they fell to a surprise 2-1 defeat against third place Killala on Saturday evening. Killala went in front after only 5 minutes when Mark McLaughlin scored from the spot after Rory Gallagher was fouled inside the area. Killala doubled their lead on the half-hour mark when Dara Ferguson finished to an empty net after Tommy Loftus' shot was parried by the Manula keeper. Manula had the better of the second half, but they couldn't peg back the deficit despite pulling a goal back from the penalty spot on 70 minutes. Crossmolina are now more or less safe from relegation in League 1 after a tough 2-1 win over Parthree Athletic on Saturday evening. The win moves Derek Graham's side 6 points clear of the drop with just 2 games remaining. Claremorris B moved to the top of Clean Sports Ground League 2 with a tough 3-2 win over Ballina United at Concannon Park on Saturday evening. The goals came from Alan Finnick, James Rowan and Conor Groark, as Claremorris moved into pole position with just 3 games remaining. Ballivary Blue Bombers also moved ahead of Hollister and into the promotion spots with a 5-2 win over Newport Burrishoole in Solar 21 Park. They didn't have it all their own way though, as 10-man Newport Burrishoole took the lead through Damien Doyle in the first half. Almost instantly, Rob Walsh equalised for Ballivary Blue Bombers and they went into the break ahead, courtesy of a strike from Paul Baskeel. Newport Burrishoole hit the woodwork early in the second half, but Ballivary's extra man started to count as Shane Foy, Dermot Hines and Marcus Mulroy all found the net. Pavel came out of goal for Newport and scored their second shortly before the full-time whistle. The win sets them up for a top-of-the-table clash with Claremorris B next weekend, where they will have the chance to move to the top of the table for the first time this season.
Showing a great performance there, coming out 5-1 in the end, even though it was a tight first half, but you did pull away in the second half.
Yeah, it was a good tight game. Newport really put it up to us in the first half, and after taking the lead, I think that was a wake up we needed to kind of take the initiative and push forward a bit more, and the lads, fair play to them, the second half drove on and we got the win, which is at this stage of the season crucial to keep us going.
And I say it's the stage of the season now with only a couple of games left, and you've overtaken Hollister to go into second place now today and only a point or so behind Claremorris, who you play next.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge game next weekend, so we've Claremorris at home next weekend, so it's going to be tight. We know we've played a game more than the other two, so we have to just keep winning and hope results go in our favour in other games to keep the pressure on the other teams ahead of us.
You started well today and did well up until the halfway point, and then the game just got away from you then in the second half.
Yeah, we started well and soaked up a bit of pressure and took the lead then on the break and conceded in straight after, which was the turning point really of the game, I thought, because if we'd held out for 5 minutes after it scored, we may get another. But once Ballivary got one, then they settled into the game, and the second one followed then after. A bit of a lucky goal. Keeper's just slightly off his line and the ball was hooked over his head.
And you start off with 10 men.
And our keeper wasn't a regular keeper. He's a lad that stood in. So
in the second half, then you came out and you actually hit the crossbar before Ballivary got their third.
Stevie Clark hit the crossbar with a great shot. If it goes 2-2, a little bit of pressure back on them again. So the next goal then would be crucial. But then the extra man counted, we fell further back, and our fitness then started to tell, so we started finding the gaps.
So a couple more games left in the season, maybe one more game left here in Solar 21
against Claremorris on the last day, yeah.
And then maybe with any luck, maybe back to your own pitch in Newport for the first time.
Yes, our pitch is seeded now, so it is, and it should be playable next summer. So hopefully we'll have our own. We won't be travelling then to games. Like, it's a bit of a drawback.
And how much of a bonus would that be to the team to have your own pitch
huge,
in your own town?
That's huge, yeah. It's huge to have your own pitch, because then you get a lot of the lads in the area pitch beside them to play. They don't have to travel, so it'll be huge for us. Like, we've been all our lives travelling around to different places, so it's huge to have your own ground.
And it'll also give the opportunity to develop an underage structure.
Yeah, which you need. Some of us old fellas then can
retire,
move out of the way. But as it is now, it's hard to get numbers, so you got to. This year was a tough year, but keep the club going is the thing. That's the main thing this year. And I'm long enough in the game to see that things change fast in local soccer. See clubs down, and then a few years later come back up. Snugborough would be the biggest example of that I see. Flying again now. A couple of years ago they were finding it tough, so it changes.
It's always worth there is just sticking in
just
there.
Stick in, try and keep playing, and eventually, hopefully, it'll come good.
And now a quick look at the league tables. In the Cascourt Hotel Premier League, those wins for Snugborough United and Ballyhonnestown consolidates their place at the top of the table. Win for Glenhest Rovers as well brings them into contention for a promotion place. Achill Rovers and Fahy Rovers leapfrog Bangor Hibs. Con Rangers still in danger down at the bottom. In the three-store Ballina League 1, Killala's win over Manula B blows the title race and promotion race wide open at the very top, with Killala, Ballinatown B and Manula all in contention for those vital places. Unfortunately, Morani United had to withdraw from the league and are therefore relegated, and it looks like the other relegation spot is between last year's promoted sides, Kilmore or Castlebar Celtic B, although Partry Athletic and Crossmolina are not out of the woods mathematically yet. Clean Sports Ground League 2, Hollister drop out of the top two for the first time this season as Bellavari Blue Bombers and Claremorris fill those promotion spots, although with just a couple of games to go, the race is still wide open. On Friday night, we're off to the Festival of Football in Cork, where we hope to pick up the FAI Award for the Best Digital Media Initiative. Without doubt, we are up against stiff competition in the shape of St Machta's from Dublin. St Machta's have, without doubt, one of the best run social media campaigns of any sports club in the country. This podcast would not be possible without the support of some great people in all our clubs right across the county. Thank you all so much for making this happen. And thank you to everybody for watching each week and for the messages of support that we have received since we were shortlisted. And finally, don't forget to tune in to Midwest Radio every Saturday afternoon at 1:20 p.m. for the preview of the weekend football. Thanks for watching and see you next week.